In this video, I would like to show you my experiences with an agent created in Microsoft Copilot Studio and a SharePoint site knowledge attached to that, and another agent created on a SharePoint site, how they can deal with online Excel files. Let's dive into it. First, as I mentioned, the setup. We have a Microsoft Copilot Studio agent plus the SharePoint library knowledge attached to that. And then we also have a SharePoint Site Agent, and with access to data of the current SharePoint site to the entire site. I'm showing you quickly the settings of these two agents. If we are jumping into Copilot Studio, you can see here I created an empty agent. Generative Orchestration is enabled. The response model is GPT-4o. If we jump into the settings, we see that deep reasoning is turned on. And also on the bottom, this Tenant Graph Grounding with Semantic Search is also turned on. As a knowledge, I attached to this agent the SharePoint shared documents library. And on the other hand, I have the SharePoint site where I'm also storing my online Excel files that will serve as an example for this case. Here, with this new tab, I created an agent. And if you are having a look on this agent, this agent has access to the data on the entire site. And basically the data we have now are stored in the shared documents library in this test folder. What we want to do now is we want to compare their capabilities while processing online Excel files stored in the SharePoint library. The example files we have a Short.xlsx, which is a table, basically, an online Excel file with only one sheet and one table on that. The columns are type, task, start, and end dates, basically. And the one has 48 tasks in it, and the long Excel file is almost the same, having 150 tasks in it. And the start and end dates are differing from each other in these two files in a way that in the short Excel file, we have the dates from 2025, and in the long one from 2024. Then what we would like to do is compare these two agents with the following task. First, discovery of the different online Excel files. Let's start with the Microsoft Copilot Studio agent plus the SharePoint site knowledge attached to that. I have prepared standard prompts that we will use for both agents, and let's see their responses. The first prompt sounds like this. Do you see the short and the long.xlsx files in your knowledge? And the response from the Copilot Studio agent, yes, it looks like it could recognize all the 48 and the 150 tasks in the two Excel files. So basically, the first task is completed. The second one, recognizing the length of the Excel files. For that, I'm using the following prompt. How many rows can you recognize in each file? The agent is using this knowledge as well. And now these are not the Excel rows, but the number of tasks, basically, that we have in the short 48 and in the long 150 in the long file as well. So these are the two numbers that are correct and has been recognized correctly by the agent. The next one, whether the agent can see the last row of both Excel files. Do you see the row with full end text in both files? Yes, there is a row with full end text in both short and long files. These are these rows, the short and the long file. And then a security question, basically, like this. What is the last task number before the row full end? Here there's a small mistake because it should be 48, but in the long file it's 150, so it looks good. Basically, I would say this second test is also approved. And the third question or the third topic is processing operation across x86 files. In this comparison, I would add a prompt like this. Could you please prepare for me a list with the task numbers that appear in both Excel files and add the task durations to each task by summing up the durations from both files? Basically, the agent should compare whether the tasks appear in both files and add the durations, add the separate durations from one and the other file together and give a list. And the only task that appears in both files is task one, the total sum duration of 2 days. Let's try it again because this answer is not correct. Basically, until task number 48, we have the same task numbers in both files. The difference is that we have the start and end date in different years, but their duration is the same. The agent should sum up these two durations. That would be the target. Let's try it again. Using its knowledge as well, once again. And the answer is almost the same. So task one and the duration in both files. So in this case, for this test, I would give then a question mark to the Microsoft Copilot Studio Agent. Maybe I was the one who missed something or asked something not appropriate, but the answer was not correct in this case. Let's move to the SharePoint Site Agent, and let's go through on the same prompts in this agent as well. The first prompt, whether the agent can see both Excel files in the knowledge. And the answer is Short.xlsx from task 1 to 48, Long.xlsx from task 1 to 150. The answer is correct, so the agent can definitely see both files. The second topic, the recognition of the length of the Excel files, and the prompt, the same one that we used by the other agent, is the following: how many rows can you recognize in each file? Basically, the Short.xlsx contains 48 task rows and the other 150. It looks good. The next question is whether the agent can see the last row with full end text. And yes, it says it can see the last rows as well. The security question for this case is, what is the last task number before the row full with end text? And the answer is task ID 48, task ID 150. So here the other agent made a small mistake, but in this case it's completely correct. So I would say for this the answer was okay, and processing operation across the Excel files, and the same question as by the other one. Would you please prepare me a list with the task numbers that appear in both Excel files and add the task durations to each task by summing up the duration from both files? And the agent prepares for me a table. It looks clear. I can totally understand the duration in one Excel file, the other one, and the total duration. Until task number 48, that's also correct. So basically, the answer is totally okay in this case. I would say this topic is also passed. And here, by this SharePoint Site Agent, the advanced customization in Copilot Studio is coming soon. If we are going to the Edit Agent window, and here we see this button, Add Advanced Customization in Copilot Studio. And this feature is coming soon because now we cannot really trigger this agent cannot attach other tools, for example, Outlook MCP or send email tools and so on to that, because this agent can be used really well for SharePoint site operations, finding files, getting data, operation across files. So basically, I'm really waiting and looking forward this add customizations button to work. And that's all I wanted to show you. These are my experiences with the data operations on a SharePoint library with the two different type of agents. If you have any comments or any advices, maybe I made some wrong settings by one agent or the other, please leave a comment below, and I'm happy to deal with that.